Welcome to my pick a card reading from March 21. Take your time to choose one of the three options: the Amethyst, the Unicorn, or the Dragon. If you have chosen the Amethyst, then you have been really hurt. Something happened out of the blue, and it might have been one person, it might have been a group of people, it might even have been mobbing. I feel that in this group it is something that came from the outside and not so much from you inside. If it is something inside of you, then I would say, you really have very dark thoughts and revelations that were not true, that were really coming out of your deepest shadow. But as I said, I would say that in this group it is very likely someone from the outside. Someone did something to you that was really painful, and that the motivation was very dark. It was out of anger, it was out of revenge, but it was really with vampire, something very abusive. It could be a shocking realization, but I think with this combination of cards, I feel usually others are involved. Someone else told you something, or you had a discussion with someone who put you down, but it had been something that was really hurtful and was attacking you out of the blue. And at the moment you are still dealing with that wound. The theme for March is Chiron, is Isis, and is now. And in the now you are healing. Isis is the goddess that her love and her strength allow her husband Osiris to return from the dead. So her positivity is endless. Her conviction that everything will be okay really moves mountains, and this conviction can arise out of the connection to the now, out of coming into the now and saying, okay, in the now I find samadhi, in the now I find peace, in the now I find the healing that I need. I'm so wounded that I'm bleeding. I'm really with Chiron. It is a very deep wound. It might even be a very old wound, but in the samadhi of the now, in the connection to all life, to the sacredness of the web of life, I can be healed. Let the birds that sing heal me. Let the trees heal me. Let the wind heal me. Be connected and really close your eyes, breathe, and be part of the whole, and let the whole of life heal you. Be one. Merge with life, and then no new truths will be revealed, and you will arise. You will arise like the sacred feminine that always arises out of the night, and you will plan into the far future. I feel like what you've been through might have been really tough, and not everything might be resolved in March, but those plans that you're having will continue into a really good future, and the truths that had been revealed to you, it might be about those people or this person, or it might be about you, but something will be revealed, or because you are in samadhi, some realization comes to you, some insight from out of nowhere, where you know, okay, this is where I'm going, where I need to go, or this is why it happens, or now I see. So this is what I see for that group. If you are in the group of the unicorns, I feel that you are in a transition. I mean, in the recent past you felt really stuck, and this realization brought you into a form of transition to say, this is something that doesn't serve me anymore. Was it a relationship? Was it a place where you live, where you work? Something where you realized, if I continue on that path, I cannot fulfill my destiny. I feel I can't move anymore. It doesn't lead anywhere. It is always the same. I feel so stuck, because this is actually the card. You feel stuck. And with Truth and with Morgan Le Fay, you accepted that the path you were on, you had to change. And at the moment you are a little bit confused. The theme, all and everything, and the cards Parzival and Neptune tell you the best thing to do is to go on an inner revision quest, to say, I have to take my time to find out what are the best next steps to do, what is the best thing. But to me, I mean, it could be that it is an outer situation, a relationship, as I said, workplace, home, that you're changing, whatever. But to me, it might be all of those things, but it is, in this group, it is mainly, to me, an inner change of perspective, to allow yourself to be nurtured by Neptune and by all and everything, to say, I have to get nurtured by the divine. I have to allow my soul to speak to me. In this vision quest, you can do that wherever you are. You can also walk through the streets of your city and wait for messages to come to you, wait for insights to come to you, and to talk to Spirit and to say, please help me, where are my next steps, what do I need to change, what do I need to be aware of, what do I need more of? Because sometimes it's not always letting go. Sometimes it is, I actually need more of something. Where do I really want to move? I know that where I've been, I cannot continue this way, and I really have to change. And maybe it is not, as I said, so much an outer action. Maybe it is just a perspective on something. Maybe you were projecting too much of your pain onto others, or you were judging too much, or you were too afraid, or you were too depressed, or whatever it had been. But you realized, I can't be in that state of mind. I can't continue that way. And because of this realization, you can move forward, and you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded with a lot of joy. You have, in the near future, for March, you have Pele, you have the Sun, and you have Grace. And to me, these cards show that you are divinely supported, and even supported by your surroundings, that people help you, that you come into a better place. And I mean, in March, there's a change of season. It is the beginning of spring, and everything is new and everything is fresh, and you feel spring in your life, you feel spring in yourself. You have the possibility to feel anew, to feel more happiness, more joy, because you were able to let go of the stuckness inside of you. As I said, to me, in this unicorn group, it is more a stuckness that is inside. I feel if it is something outside of you, then you will take the right steps, or someone will approach you that is really, really positive and really full of light, that will help you. But March is a quite positive month for you. You're able to translate what you experienced on your vision quest, what you experienced, what you got aware. You are able to translate that into action, or you translate that into a positivity that brings positive change in your life. The advice of the cards: get into your positivity, get into your light, get into your joy, be grateful for everything that you have, and allows the light of spring to bless you with new joy for life. So this was the Unicorn group. Thank you very much. Unlike the other group, I feel you had a lot of mental activity in the recent past, a lot of things going on. and you were really engaged in a lot of projects, in a lot of discussions, in a lot of different problems where you found solutions, and there was some form of reward, but you have been really exhausted also. You are really quite exhausted, and because you are exhausted, the cards say you have to calm down from your speed. You have to change your speed, your rhythm. You have to calm down. You have to be more in contact with, in this case I would say Kuan Yin is come back to your emotions, come back to your breathing, to the essentials of life, and not so much all this gossiping, all this mental activity, all this stuff that was going on that in some way brought you somewhere, but it was really, you paid a high price. It might have also been that because there was so much, you've got ill because it was too much. It was just too much. But even if you haven't got ill, there is an exhaustion in you, and in the future it is beautiful because there is fulfillment, there is Pluto, and there is also purifying gardens. So I would say that for this group, March will be a month of coming into intimacy, of reconnecting to what you really want, and say, okay, I've done so many things at once, so now it is time to reduce and to come into more intimacy with the people that I really like to be with the in the place where I really like to be, connect to the things that I really want and that I care most about. And I would say it is a month of decluttering. I mean, it is the beginning of spring. It is perfect. On this very mundane level, it might also be that you declutter your house, or that you declutter your car, or whatever it is. But I feel like it is really about, or decluttering your computer, but whatever it is less. In this, March tells you less is more. Less people, less context, less mind activity, most of all, and being intimate with yourself again, being intimate with the people you most care about again, and being intimate with the things that you most care about, being intimate with what really is close to you. And this will bring a lot of fulfillment to you. This will bring a lot, this purification will bring fulfillment, it will bring strength, and it will bring happiness to you. So I hope this card reading was helpful. I wish you a wonderful and blessed March, and a joyful embracing the change of the season. And finally, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, spring is here. And thank you very much for listening, and namaste.